It's a children's cartoon with no dialogue, but it might teach you more about loss than any breakup ever did. Robot Dreams isn't just cute, it's a profound meditation on why we suffer, and how letting go might be the only way to heal. Dog is lonely. Tired of eating microwave dinners and watching Neighbours from his window, he orders a build-your-own robot kit. From the moment Robot boots up, the two are inseparable. They skate through the park, share hot dogs, and dance under neon lights to Earth, Wind and Fire's September. But one day, everything changes. After a trip to the beach, Robot becomes rusted and immobilized. Dog tries to save him, but the beach closes for the season. He's forced to leave, promising to return. Over the fall and winter, Dog is repeatedly kept from reaching Robot, while Robot lies on the sand, dreaming of reunion. Their separation becomes both literal and emotional. In Buddhism, all things are impermanent, and suffering arises when we resist this truth. The relationship between Dog and Robot begins in innocent joy. Their routines create a sense of stability and emotional safety. Yet this bond, like everything, is transient. When Robot and Dog are apart is when the pain begins. Not merely in the separation itself, but in the desperate attachment to a connection that can no longer be maintained. Dog becomes anxious, distracted, unable to fully engage with the world around him. Similarly, Robot lies immobilized, dreaming of reunion, dreams that become increasingly surreal and bittersweet, mirroring the emotional toll of longing. And as the Buddha taught, suffering arises when we cling to what cannot last. Attachment is the craving that leads to suffering. It's the unwillingness to accept impermanence. When spring arrives, Dog finally returns to the beach, only to find Robot gone. But there's no breakdown, no frantic chase, just quiet understanding. In Buddhist thought, detachment is not the absence of love, it is the refusal to grasp. This subtle distinction is where Robot Dreams becomes especially poignant. Dog never stops caring for Robot, and Robot never ceases to value Dog. But both characters must eventually confront the reality that their relationship, as it once was, can no longer be. The moment of truth arrives when Dog returns in spring, only to find Robot gone. There is no dramatic breakdown, no desperate search, just a quiet realization, a pause, and a smile tinged with sorrow. Likewise, Robot, having been rescued and restored, wanders through a changed world, accepting that Dog may never return. This mutual release is the culmination of the film's emotional arc: love without clinging, memory without possession. It is detachment in its most compassionate form, choosing peace over possession, and understanding that sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to let go. And elsewhere, Robot is alive again, restored, and walking in a new world. He too has let go. This is detachment, not as indifference, but as grace, as choosing peace over possession. Dog and Robot still carry their memories, but neither clings. In their letting go, they find something like freedom. Both Dog and Robot are transformed by their separation, not diminished, but deepened. Dog begins to reconnect with the world, engaging in new relationships and activities. Robot too rediscovers motion, mobility, and ultimately a kind of spiritual rebirth. This mirrors the Buddhist path, where liberation comes not from holding on, but from flowing with change. Their friendship was real and meaningful, but it did not need to last forever to be valid. In releasing one another, they honour what they shared without becoming trapped by it. Robot Dreams doesn't deny the pain of loss, but it reminds us that even the briefest moments of connection leave real, lasting imprints. Love doesn't have to last forever to matter. Sometimes the most meaningful relationships are the ones that change us, then pass like seasons. Robot Dreams is a quiet masterpiece of emotional storytelling, a film that speaks volumes without a single word. Through the lens of Buddhist attachment, it becomes a spiritual parable about how we suffer when we cling and how we heal when we accept. In learning to let go, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. This is a story about robots, but it's really about us, our fears, our attachments, and our quiet capacity to grow. In a world full of endings, sometimes the kindest thing we can do is let go with love. We all carry ghosts, of friends we lost, of moments we wish we could return to, of versions of ourselves we've already outgrown. But Robot Dreams reminds us that love doesn't fail just because it ends. Sometimes, the greatest kindness isn't holding on, but letting go with grace and walking forward with open hands. Because even if nothing lasts, the joy, the change, the connection, it was still real. And maybe that's enough.